have a very special opportunity today to meet Governor and Mrs. Ige. Thank you for joining us. What a pleasure to see you again and to be in this beautiful home.
Welcome to Washington Place.
Thank
We're happy
you.
to have you here.
Would you share some special memories that you might have with this place and also the history?
The very first open house that we had here for a Christmas celebration was really something that I will always remember. Obviously, the first time is always intimidating, Washington Place, inviting the public to be part of that. I was surprised at how many people came through and said that they've lived in Hawaii for 10, 20, 50 years and they've never been in Washington Place. And that really told us how special this place is and, really made us committed to opening the home so that there would be more opportunities for people to visit. We don't think someone should be a resident here for 40 or 50 years and never been to Washington Place. And certainly we've been trying to have more opportunities for the public to be here.
It was so gracious and generous of you, especially for some of us who've grown up here and watched Washington Place from the outside, and a special memory for you.
I think it's always the visitors from our community that is the most heartwarming to me. And we have children, school children come and visit the home, and they see the home in a very different way. They'll look at the Queen's portrait in the dining room, and they love the butterfly pin that she has. And I had a number of thank you notes on the butterfly pin. So it's just those perspectives, I think, that makes it so special. We do have international guests that come to share the home here at Washington Place. And one particular memory is with the Prince and Princess Akishino of Japan. And we hosted a dinner here for them out on the lanai with about 100 guests. And as I chatted with the prince, we talked about some of the history. And one aspect of the history is his grandfather, Emperor Hirohito, gifted the home with the allspice tree that's planted on the property. So just before dessert, he wanted to see the allspice tree.
It's still living.
It's still living. And, it's getting dark. I said, it's getting dark. We have to go and see it right now if you want to see it. So just in the middle of our fabulous meal, he got up and said, let's go and see the allspice tree. So his entourage and I went through the gardens, and we gave him a tour of the gardens in the middle of dinner now. Showed him the allspice tree that his grandfather had planted. He wanted to honor his grandfather in looking at the tree, visiting with the tree that his grandfather had planted during the Governor Ariyoshi's time.
And it certainly connects us to the past. When he first mentioned he wanted to go see the tree, I almost had a heart attack. Right? I mean, can you imagine? Is there a tree here? Is it? Where is it? Do we know? I mean, she knew, right? Don knew, but I was like going through everything in my head about, I hope the tree's alive, and it was remarkable that it's doing very well.
It's doing very well.
But it just reminds you about how this place is connected to the past and the many, many special guests who have been entertained here, and really our moment in time for us to be residents here and hopefully expand on the legacy.
Well, and you've touched a little bit upon the significance and the relevance of Washington Place, and maybe you could tell me a little bit more about that, because what you've said about the international connection and the local connection, we are going into the future.
Yes.
And there is significance.
Yes. It was the home that John and Mary Dominus first built when they came to Hawaii in 1822. And then the home became, their son, John Owen Dominus, married Queen Liliuokalani. It became her home after that, and of course her life was very rich and historical here, and we have so many memories of that is so important to our history that we must remember, we must capture, and many of it happened here in this home. Thereafter, the territorial governors lived here, as well as the state governors. So all those lives and all those events all happened in this home, making this home, I think, so significant for the people of Hawaii to just come, learn, and visit the home.
And feel connected.
Yes.
Not only with the home and the past, but also the current government
Yes.
as you're in. What is your hope for this place as a symbol of Hawaii?
Certainly, I really hope that it continues to be such a vibrant part of the governor's office and the governor's residence. Truly, when I have the opportunity to speak with Governor Ariyoshi or Governor Waihee, and they tell the stories of what important decisions were made in the breakfast nook, and having convenings of different leaders in our community to talk about tough issues. It just reminds us about our space in time, but I think most importantly that this home is so important to the leadership of Hawaii, and really being an opportunity to break bread. And a lot of the most difficult decisions are not made in formal settings. It really is about sharing a meal and having a conversation that helps us have these breakthroughs.
And it must be very refreshing for you, because not living in the house and you're in the residence behind, sometimes to wander through the gardens and to be in a place where it's safe and quiet.
I think when I first moved here, one of the first things I did in the evening was to stroll the gardens and just to take in the whole atmosphere and the spirit of the place. And there's no feeling like that anywhere else, I have to say. It is a feeling of calm. It is a feeling of reassurance. It is a feeling of family that really makes you feel safe in this home. Despite all the history, despite all the interactions, there's a sense of calm, I feel, in this home that just inspires you to carry on and to do more than you expect to.
And just the secret, Dawn will from time to time in the middle of the evening just say, you know what, I need to walk the grounds, and she'll come out for a walk. And so people might see her walking the grounds during tough times, because it does calm her down. It gives her a sense, she feels the history of the place. And it does help to calm and clear minds and think about things that would better move the state of Hawaii forward.
Well, and I clearly get the feeling that it's an honor for both of you
Yes.
to be in this place, as we are honored to have you share the stories and also your time with us today. Your accomplishments in office speak for that honor that you give. One parting thought as we end our conversation today.
Thank you for this opportunity for us to share the home. For many years and since we moved here, we were refurbishing and fixing up. And really, Don has done a terrific job of repairing the home and really preparing it so we can share it with more people. It's always something that we were committed to do. And now this opportunity to share, and looking forward to many more.
I would like to invite the public to come and visit during this holiday season on December 20th. We do have our open house that is open to the public at no cost.
And see this fabulous tree.
And see that a number of people came together to put the tree together. It's with Bloomingdale's, it's with the children of the Liliuokalani Trust. It's the people who brought the tree over to have it installed here. It is part of a community effort. And really, this home is a home for the community and for the people of Hawaii.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us into your home for this brief view. And we'll look forward to hearing a little bit more on our walk and talk.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. What a pleasure we've had meeting Governor and Mrs. Ige today at Washington Place. Mahalo for joining us.